You are losing hope. You don't need to, though. However, I know what it's like to have gone through hard times when things, no matter what you do, it feels as though things are not kind of working according to plan, or you just keep having things go wrong. I know for me, I had a period of time where I felt, well, I've had many periods of time where I felt hopeless, but there was this specific time where I was feeling like, because my father had died, and actually I thought that my father dying would bring a certain amount of peace to my life. I know that sounds horrible, but our relationship had been quite weird. And so I thought it would bring peace, but actually brought even more turmoil, this incomplete feeling that I hadn't actually sorted things out with him. We hadn't completed our relationship, and he just passed on. I wasn't able to speak to him in the last few days because he had this breathing tube down his throat and he wasn't able to communicate. And so it felt incomplete. I had married my husband and he hadn't agreed with it, and he hadn't come to the wedding. He hadn't met my husband until on his deathbed, and we weren't able to talk. And so there was this feeling of incompleteness partnered with this feeling that the divine had deserted me, because he knew I was going to feel this way, as in the divine knew I was going to feel horrible. So why would he then take my father away without me getting the opportunity to really talk through things? So there's all of that crazy stuff going on in my mind. And I know for a lot of people, when you're going through hard stuff, especially if you believe in the divine, which most of us as spiritual people, we believe the universe, higher power, whatever you want to call it, is there taking care of us. So when things happen that don't make us feel taken care of, we start to wonder and doubt, and we begin to lose hope. Maybe your situation is different. For whatever reason, you're at this place where it feels hopeless, even though you know you're someone who is called to something more. But there's just this deep feeling of hopelessness. Oh yes, I'm Rosemary, Nonny, by the way. I am the prosperity minister. I support driven spiritual people who know they're meant for more, to regain their confidence, to leave behind the pain and the limiting beliefs of the past, to rise victorious in their true design life. Regardless of how hopeful or hopeless you feel today, you deserve to live free, fulfilled, financially abundant, love-drenched, if you are willing to claim it. And it can be so hard to claim it. Even though we may say with our words that we are claiming it, it can be so hard to claim it when you're feeling hopeless, when you're feeling just full of despair, this feeling of no matter what I do, nothing seems to work. What the frick is the point in even trying? And yet you're still born for something more. And yet you know it deep down inside of you that you're here to make a difference, that you're here for a reason. And yes, there may be lots of doubts and feelings of abandonment and hopelessness and depression, and yet you're alive, which means that's not the end. This is not the end of the journey. This is not the end of the journey. I know these seem like platitudes that I'm saying here, but it's true. It's not the end of the journey. And yes, if you are someone that is called to a bigger vision than you've experienced to date, you know that there's going to be a certain amount of resilience and tenacity and relentlessness that has to be built into you, that you have to develop. You have to develop this emotional resilience, the ability to go through what seems to be impossible times and still hold on to the vision. That is something you cultivate, okay? Because it's not necessarily something we're trained into. For the most part, where everybody just feels sorry for you and says, oh, I understand, of course you feel this way, blah, 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 blah. Or you have the other people shouting, get over it, get over it, get over it. And I'm saying, yeah, we want to get over it, but I'm not in a beat yourself up kind of way, but more in a, okay, I need to develop certain skills and the emotional skills of resilience, skills of confidence. I need to develop that regardless of what is happening in my physical reality, I don't allow it to knock my hope, honey, because there is still hope. If you are alive and kicking today, there is hope for the things that you desire to come to pass, unless you completely give up. Because you are the authority in your life, my love. You are a powerful creator because you are one with the divine. I say this practically all the time, but it is a reminder of who you really truly are, because the world most of the world has forgotten who they are, and then they're teaching you to forget who you are. And I must remind you that you are a powerful creator. You are the authority in your life. Whatever you decree must come to pass. But sometimes it's going to feel as though you don't have what it takes, but you do. You just forget. And you have to cultivate, remember it, you have to cultivate these skills. This is what I teach my deliberate millionaires. This is what I teach myself, for goodness sake. Because you know what? If you're someone with a big vision like I am, yeah, you're going to be stretched. You're going to be stretched. And all of those weird beliefs that you've been carrying around with you for ages are going to come up to the surface and make you doubt everything. And it's at those moments of doubting everything that you see what you're made of if you choose to keep going. Now, for a long time, I didn't choose to keep going. I would get to these moments of, oh my gosh, and just quit and just, oh, well, you know what, whatever. I'll just be a pharmacist for the rest of my life. May not be what I want to do, but it's okay. But then finally, when I hit my real rock bottom, I got to the place where it's like, no, I'm not willing to settle for any less than everything. So yes, today may feel hopeless, but I know it's not. It may feel hard to keep going, but I know I can. I cultivated these skills, emotional skills, to keep moving forward. And I would love to support you in learning them too. Others supported me. Can I support you? I've written a book. It's called The Deliberate Millionaire's Confidence Book. I would love to invite you. In fact, I do invite you right now, strongly, to go and get a copy of it. Read the book. It's not enough just to get the copy. Read it. Implement the strategies. You'll hear from me. I'll give you ideas of what you can do in order to take yourself to the next level. Go and get the book. Get on what I call the Deliberate Millionaire Path to Peace and Plenty, because it is your divine right. There's going to be a link around this video. Go and get the book, okay? And also share this video with someone else, please. I am on a mission to reach at least 334,000 people. Can you help? Share this video, please. Thank you. Until the next time, much amazing love. Remember, there is hope. There really is. There is. Okay?